dark side.
And hello everyone, welcome to my first auto chess video. We're going to be going ahead and going through this gameplay in 2x speed, except when we go heads up at the end. So here, our opening shop, we get a Skybreaker, and we go ahead and lock this shop. We're going to be reviewing gameplay, seeing where we could have made improvements and how we got to our end build. So we pick up a Heaven Bomber as well as the Skybreaker pair. And we're not going to take the Red Axe Chief pair. It's not worth locking again. Just going to write out the max. And here we get offered another pair, but not enough money to make the pair purchase. So we're going to go ahead and sell off that Heaven Bomber. Abyssal Guards are very strong. If we can get them to 2 stars early on, that'll be great for us. So that's the thought process there. And we get offered another Goblin and some Agursis Rangers. So we like pairs. We're going to take those, and we're going to go ahead and drop an item onto our Skybreaker. So far, so good. Looks like we're going to win here. Yep. Take a peek, see what everybody else is up to. And good, we get the Knights here, as well as the Swordman. He's a pretty good single unit. Activate that Knight's synergy. And unfortunately, we don't have any 2 stars yet, so we're probably going to lose here. Yep. We get spanked, and it's okay. We didn't level up to 4, or to 5, rather.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every day.
Just gonna go ahead and pick up some extra pieces here, and start stacking on the Light Blade Champion a little bit. See what everybody else is up to. Make sure that Knights is a viable out for us. This guy's already got a 2-star Light Blade Knight. However, it doesn't look like many people are going Knights yet, so we're not really contesting for too many units. And there we go, we got 2 stars, Skybreaker and a Light Blade Knight, which is pretty big for us. Gonna be pretty happy with that. Now we're still level 4, going up against some level 5 players. And even though he's got a Razor Claw, we're still able to knock him out due to holding on to those pairs and getting some big upgrades. So we're off the lose streak. I'm gonna do one quick roll, see if we could get anything that popped with those druids. And now we're deciding on what to get rid of to get that Light Blade Knight in, and there we go. Alright, winning feels good, and an Evil Knight just makes our decision making a little bit easier here, as we're able to commit to Knights a little bit harder. We're also at 9 gold. We do anticipate a win, so we're just gonna go ahead and pause our shopping and our decision making here. And we do get the win. So no need to sell anything off. Get the Agursis Ranger to 2 stars. And now it's looking like Goblins are no longer the synergy to be running, or mech, excuse me. Gonna toss in that Agursis synergy. 16 gold at round 10, which is a little behind where we want to be, but we'll take it. Now up to 20 gold, got a Frantic Mask, Abyssal Guard to 2 stars, looking great. Now, we did make a mistake here in that we do have a 2-star Curses Ranger, and there's a Dwarf Sniper right there. Now, we were thinking about it, but we didn't pull the trigger on it because we were more invested in Knights. However, we're still going to be picking up the Dwarf Sniper here in a little bit. This is one of those 2020 vision is best in hindsight situations. But we're getting more Garrus Rangers and Abyssal Guards, so we're going to go ahead and take the Garrus Ranger. The reason we don't take the Abyssal Guard is to stay above 30 gold. So far, we're looking pretty darn strong. And the main reason we're fast forwarding through so much of this and just keeping it at double speed is that we don't really lose that many rounds. Pick up the unicorn for the possible money play here. And we just forget all about that. We're not even going to mess with it. Just on the off chance we lose. Yeah, we felt that loss incoming, and that was the right call. We're still at 40 gold. So we're now middling, but our econ is great at round 14. So we don't overly mind. We see another Abyssal Guard. We take it. Taking a peek, seeing what other people are doing. And here we go, another loss. Our upgrades have fallen off, and everybody else is caught back up. We're gonna try to lose streak here. And thinking about those defectors, we're gonna pass on them. They don't really fit into our comp. We're not going Glacier this game. We forgot it was Wolfpack, and thankfully we were able to get the Light Blade Knight into position. A Garrus Ranger sacrificed, so that's a big mistake on our part. It didn't cost us this game, because Light Blade Knight just carried up the wahoos. Got a nice mana crystal out of it. Alright, gonna try to make the money play again. And we pass up another Dwarf Sniper. We're just really focused on our Abyssal Guards and our Garrus Ranger. So, at this point, in my head, I'm thinking, alright, I only need the Garrus Ranger for the buff, and I'm not going to be going Hunters. I'm going to be using Knights with an Garrus support. To support everybody's damage, that seems like a good idea. And then I see the possibility for Knights with a Hunter backline, because it's not looking like we're getting all the Knights we need. So we plop that into the back of our head as an additional out, especially now that we have a 3-star Garrus Ranger. That changes things up quite a bit. And there we see a Siren with an Abyssal Guard and a Dwarf Sniper. Actually gives us 3 Hunters and Marine synergy. 2 Knights. We're feeling much better about this situation. We put the mana item on Siren. Had she had that on earlier, she probably would have been able to get her ultimate off. Thankfully, we don't get punished for it, but round 18 here is where we start turning it back around. Get that Hell Knight upgrade. Hell Knight comes in. Our Golly hits the bench. And now we're just going to go ahead and look for our upgrades. Evil Knight back in. Hell Knight back on the bench, as we do not have enough space to run both of them. It's time to start thinking about leveling up, as we have good units to put in. There's some more Abyssal Guards. The Evil Knight we're going to give up on. Unicorn's always there for the money play. There's another 2-star Abyssal Guard. And we've got to keep the Abyssal Guard. We do not have to keep the Frost Knights. Not yet anyways. Really focus on this Abyssal Guard. He's nearly to 3 stars. And I think we let an extra one go. That was a mistake. We would have had a 3-star Abyssal Guard sooner had we gotten that. we would have had a ranked up Dwarf Sniper as well had we picked them up earlier, but it's okay. Even with these quote-unquote mistakes, we're still in a very strong position, and just gonna go ahead and keep pushing that advantage as best we can. Trying to get to level 8 here with some stronger units. There we go, making some space for the Dwarf Sniper and Hell Knight. And we are back on a win streak, maintaining our gold above 50. There's another Dwarf Sniper, so we're getting really close. And we actually end up selling off the Frost Knights as we ran out of bench space. And we're trying to prioritize these other higher value targets. Alright, we got the Hell Knight. There's another Dwarf Sniper, another Abyssal Guard. Getting super close on these. Now we're readjusting our positioning just a little bit to take advantage of the items that we're giving out slightly better. So cleaning up nicely there. 7-win hot streak. Just about to get this Hell Knight off, and there he goes. So we got an Agaris Ranger at 3 stars, we got a Hell Knight at 3 stars. Everything else is at 2 stars with the exception of Siren. Feeling really good about where our comp is right now. Alright, there's the Argali. There's a 2-star Evil Knight. That was kind of hard to pass up, so we're going to just keep rolling as we try to figure out how we're going to keep the Argali pair. There we go. So Lightblade's working our way to 3 stars. Argali's working his way in. We do want that 4th Knight in. And there's the 3-star Dwarf Sniper. So we're really happy to pull that together. There's another Lightblade. We're gonna forget all about that. And there's our Argali. So we've got our core line up now for the most part. Now we just need to get to level 8 and put the rest of these units in. Finish leveling them out. There's another Abyssal Guard, another Argali. Looking good so far. Just organizing the bench there a little bit. And that Siren ult just neutralizing these enemies. People are starting to get knocked out. There's a Dragon Knight. And causes us to do a little thinking there. In goes our Argali. And we do pick up the Evil Knight. Or, sorry, the Dragon Knight. Just because we're not going to be able to hit the 50 gold anyways. Might as well have them in our back pocket. It opens the possibility for 6 Knights. But we're looking at where we're at in the matchup, as well as what our win conditions are at this point. And we're at Thunderhide now. There's 3 players left. We got another Frantic Mask on our Lightblade. And I just don't think 6 Knights is going to be the thing. I don't think we're going to make it. We're going to go ahead and slow it down now here after the Crep round, because we're now heads up. And this is where things get a little extra spicy. Find a strange egg. We've got all sorts of items. We've got 10 seconds to figure out how we're going to make this work. And this is that immunity item. Now, a lot of people prefer Evil Knight over Argali, but I generally tend to stack items on Argali and have them go to town. I also like getting Argali to 3 stars whenever I can. And I think it's that conception of Argali's a bad unit that has him become available for 3 stars a lot of the times in my games. That's a lot of people end up passing on the Argali or dropping them from their compositions, and I just keep them in and upgrade them as best I can. So there's the 3-star Abyssal Guard. Feeling really good about that. Time to start stacking the Dwarf Sniper as well, just because when you have 2 big time 3-star carries, you don't want to throw all of your items onto one, because if they get shut down for whatever reason, you still want your second carry to actually be able to do some heavy lifting. So throwing some attack speed items onto the Dwarf Sniper, not a bad idea. He's actually currently leading the damage output, even though he doesn't have nearly the items that Lightblade Knight does. So just something to keep an eye on when you're putting out your items. So now here we're rolling a little bit more purposefully. We're looking for very specific units. We definitely got rid of Frost Knight. So the 6 Knight Dream is just gone at this point. Not going to worry about that. Just going to worry about trying to get our units leveled up as much as possible to put that final nail in the coffin. And so far this matchup seems pretty close. I mean, we're winning, but they're doing a darn decent job of putting up a resistance. We're getting a little closer to that Argali, and at this point I realize there's not going to be very many rounds left, so preserving our gold really isn't all that worthwhile. So we're going to go ahead and roll down and try to find some of these other upgrades. There's a 2-star Siren, which is going to be pretty big. And I think more than enough to go ahead and finish this matchup. His Tortolo is just doing some major work there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and I think a big part of that was the fact that I had the Marine synergy as well. So there it is. We win the match in first place. Only had a couple rough rounds when we were trying to get our build online, but once we just grabbed onto that advantage and held onto it. Played that money game. Total gold 331 gold. Our bench value 276. Garrus, Hunter, Knights, and Marine. Demon and Dwarf by default, but there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 3-star units. We were just missing Argali and Siren. There you go. Till next time. Thanks for hanging out.